John, explain how we're going to put these on.
First thing we need to do is make sure these clamps are loosened up to finger tight, maybe a turn or two back. So we got a little bit of play in these blocks. You don't want too much because it gives too much room for the shaft to cock in and out. Then we're going to go back to here with the machine running, obviously. We're going to push the feed lever down to where we watch our pressure gauge come up to 150 psi. And we're going to hold it there, making sure that we don't go into float mode. While holding that lever at 850 psi, we're going to push the rotation lever down so that we lose 50 to 100 psi on our pressure gauge. That keeps all the weight of the machine on the auger.
Once you get it going, you're going to wait, what, a foot or two before you go into float?
It's probably going to take a little bit more than that. You're probably almost going to have to go the whole stroke, close to that whole stroke,
before you go into
before
float.
it'll go into float. So then you're going to back up your little bit to unlock the hex shaft, come back up to the top of the stroke on the augers. At that time, go into float mode, which is pushing this lever all the way down and then turning the augers so it pulls itself into the ground.
Let's try it out, see what it does. One side at a time.
We're gonna push the feed lever down, not into, which is right in there. If I hit float, it drops the whole machine. So I'm gonna go to our 850. At this point, I'm gonna push the feed button down slowly to where we lose 50 to 100 psi on the gauge. As you can see, it's gonna turn that auger weight of the S4
on the anchor.
Unlock the hex shaft. At this point, we're going to come up to the top of our stroke again. And the soil that we have here, we're able to go in float mode now. Once we push this lever all the way down in the feed, see how, look over here, see how it's pulling the whole thing in. Basically the same thing in reverse. We're going to run the rotation in reverse, but we're going to hold the float down all the way. So with the float down, run the augers in reverse, it's going to back itself out. Have to push it back down, not using the float on. First auger.